Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656, and I'd like to welcome you back to my regular War of the Ring games. This is a league game of LoME, Lords of Middle Earth, between Jorrick and myself. We've already played one league game. You can check that out on my channel. There are two videos for it. That was Jorrick and the Balrog. That's what I called it. This one is going to be titled The Luck of Jorrick. So hopefully you enjoy this game. I'm playing free, and he is playing Shadow. And I did do a long play of this, but I put the statistics screen on for too long during it. So all you're getting is this shorter recap. All right, here we go. Let's just check the game out and see what happens. I draw into House of the Stewards, and every little is a gain. Just so you know, I chose to do an alternate Boromir. I also chose an alternate Gimli, and I have Narya as my companions. Because people always ask what I have. All right, let's see what happens turn one. So because I got House of Stewards and every little is a gain, I decided to put Boromir in Gondor. I think that's a no-brainer. Tell him to take a token. He says, boo. I say I never do this. He says, cool to try. I say, fellowship, okay. He allocates an eye, rolls two more, and I roll an additional one. So my plan is to play these cards because they get to draw with them. And I draw into the power of Tom Bombadil in the last battle. He says, good draw. He draws a strategy card. I decide to play every little is a gain using the muster action because I get to do some more card draws with it. So there we go. He says Gondor is doing fine. I draw into Path of the Woes this time. He moves Isengard to war. Now I'm going to move the Fellowship on 4 eyes. So Jorrick has the worst luck. Let's see how his luck is on this one. I move. He rolls that of 2 4s and 2 1s. And I say, yes. He says, there we are. I say, that's what I've been waiting for. He decides to just move his troops in Mordor. And I decide to I think about what to do. And I decide to move Gondor down because I don't want them coming out. And I can make this a mess because that's what you want to do. That's what I want to do at least. Because Gondor can be terrifying. So I want to get it going. And usually people don't bring in the regular Witch King. It's my thoughts. So his last action is to bring Saruman in. I go into turn 2. I draw into Elven Cloaks and Thranduil's Archers. Happy to see Thranduil because I can get more card draws. Fellowship, okay. He allocates an eye. Rolls 3 more. So horrible rolls for him. He says hunting strategy apparently. And I roll a nice roll here. So I have some thoughts. I think I could give him a ring, potentially get hit, and then lose Gandalf, and then use that Will of the West to bring him back. And then I can use those musters possibly to bring in Galadriel if he decides to bring Sauron to war, which is likely with the musters he has. But I decide to play Thranduil just to get a card draw first. I go into Fear Fire Foes. He brings Sauron to war. That's great. That means I can bring in Galadriel and avoid the eyes. I say, nice job, Magic Geek. This is a reference. If you've watched my Magic Geek game or know how he plays, he's known for allocating 3 eyes every turn. He says, haha, that's the inspiration. I decided to play Elven Cloaks first. He uses his action token to move down the Southrons and Easterlings. I bring Galadriel in. And now he's moving out here and up with this little 5 troop. With my last action, well, I was going to move the Fellowship, but I decided I don't want to give him a ring, so I just move him the regular way. And look at his roll. Good thing I didn't give him a ring. I roll a 1, 2, 3, 3. So, or he rolls 1, 2, 3, 3. So there's a Jorrick rolls. I say nice. He just laughs. Now he plays Shadow is moving. To condense, well, Shadow lengthens, I'm sorry, to condense armies. And yeah, they're very efficient. So I think for a while I debate. I think about bringing Gondor to war. I'm also thinking I could do the typical movements. I don't know if I'm gonna roll a hybrid, but I decide to bring Gondor down. My reason for it is because that was the whole point of bringing them to war. So I want to make sure I can muster up a meanest here to be annoying. I think that's the correct move. He brings the Balrog in and an elite. Eventually, remember to move the things down. We're going to turn 3. I draw on a Mithril Code and Singing Guards of the Citadel. Guards is perfect timing, considering what's happening right now. He allocates 1 eye and addition, then rolls. What just happened? Oh, he tried moving the Balrog die that way, and he moved everything in there. So he rolls that. I roll an additional eye. So that action that I have with Galadriel, I can't lose it because that the eye is being played this turn. So even if I get Gandalf, I won't lose it. So he does his movements. I move everyone down. What did I just do? Oh, I passed. Okay. So he plays A New Power is Rising. So now I'm kind of regretting my choice to not move the guys up, but then I have no way to move them down into Helm's Deep anyhow. So I decided to move the elves down. He plays Stormcrow to move them back up. I say nice. And I decide to get rid of a regular. In my recent games, I used to just kill a leader, but the Elven Forest Pool has so few regulars that I think this is actually a smarter move. I decide to move the Fellowship because he should get a hit on 5 dice. That's what I'm thinking. So I move him, and he actually gets 3 6s. So he's probably hoping for an eye here. He says, ho ho ho, an eye now. And I get the perfect draw. Regular 3, which is a regular Gandalf kill. So I move Gandalf. And what's nice, too, is he didn't move the Southrons and Easterlings down, so I know A Day Without Dawn won't be coming. He runs into fords. He plays a card. I'm probably going to play Advantageous Position here, which I do. Against the Desert Battle, which is perfect. Let's see how Jorrick rolls. He would have gotten a hit there. And he got no hits on the reroll. But he just laughs, LOL, and I get 2 hits back. And I run away because this is too small of a force to fight, as tempting as it is. Alright, he says not good. I bring Gandalf in, put him in Fangorn, just to threaten Ents. I obviously can't play it this turn, because I do not have a ring, but I also don't even... I already used a ring, sorry, to move the Fellowship. Speaking of the Fellowship, I decided to finally flip this die, or the eye. Or the die, I can't even talk, the ring. He starts moving these guys over to the Dead Marshes and moves them here, probably in just to protect Saruman. I play not Círdan. I play Guards of the Citadel because he could come around and down, and he uses a ring to condense onto Saruman and to move these guys up, it looks like, to West Emmenmuil. So I know he's not going for... he could have fainted down here. That I wouldn't know. And then if he wants to go to Eastamnet, he can. Because this doesn't really do much. So anyway, we go into turn... I draw into Círdan and Elven Rope. I think this is turn 4. Say Fellowship okay. He says, does Galadriel die stay in? I say yes. I didn't play it. He says correct. Gandalf rolled the eye. So he allocates an eye, rolls 2 more, including the Balrog, because he didn't bring the Witch King, and he's probably trying to save that die. And I roll all movement, like literally all movement. So I'm thinking I'm just going to move. So I start by moving, and it's a miss. He says, yep, seems right. And he moves this army up to Eastamnet now and moves these guys down. I can't do anything about this. Move the Fellowship again. I'm hit, and I'm not revealed. It's a regular too. So I take the Corruption He says in Mordor turn 6. And now he moves these guys into Rohan. That should move them down. And it does. And I move the Fellowship yet again. And he misses. It is very unlikely to miss on 3 dice at 50%. It's a very high chance. I'm not going to do the math. But very unlucky for Jorrick here. He just laughs and says, geez. I say, just so you know, I'm moving again. He moves the Southrons and Easterlings down. And I follow through with my promise. And his third roll is a 6. And he gets a 0 reveal. So I decide actually to go through Moria. Because I want to get here quicker. In addition, I don't really care about the Balrog. Because I could always use Galadriel to block an eye. He draws a 3 with the Balrog. I take a random. That's my only other 2 in the pool. So this is the best case scenario for me. So I take 1. Moria is an eye. Very unlucky for him. Say, okay, not bad. This is not at all. He's moving Nazgul around. Just moves his leadership into Westham now. Wonder why he didn't just leave one on me. Could have. I used my draw card to hide the Fellowship because what else am I can't really draw a card right now. He plays Foul Thing from the Deep. Let's look at the pool. So you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be a problem. 8 out of, I can't count. 6 plus 7, 13. So it's a really high chance he's going to do something to hurt. I mean, he could even get Smeagol. But he draws an eye. Super unlucky. I just laugh. He says, OMG. I say classic. I put Elven Rope in the pool. And he brings in the Witch King. Regular Witch King. We have a conversation, I believe, here. In a second. He says, need to cycle cards and Sheaf is too late. Or would you get him instead? I kind of agree. I think he's too late. But he could still play some cards on me. And to get cycles. I mean, now we can get cycles with the regular Witch King, but he would have to use a die to switch once I get into Mordor. So I draw into Gwahir Windlord, which I don't know if I would play, and Scouts. So I think I discard Gwahir. Say Fellowship, okay. And look at that fine roll I have. So it's not the movement I wanted, but I can still get to Mordor this turn. If I use both of my rings. One to change, one to muster Elrond, and one to do a ring change with Galadriel. So with the Fellowship to start, I'm hit. It's a 1 reveal. I just take the corruption, flip. He plays Dreadful Spells on this army. HD. So he has 5 Nazgul there. It's a perfect setup. And let's see his roll. All misses. So classic Jorrick. I remember when I recorded this video, I was just laughing. In these recaps, I'm just going a little bit faster. I just say nice. He says, yep. I've used this to flip the Fellowship in Osgiliath. He attacks Helm's Deep with Isengard, and I just go into siege. I use my muster to bring Elrond in. And he attacks Edoras. And now I think I'm just going to be annoying and play a Scouts. Yeah. So I do. Plays a Desperate Battle. I just give it up. Because I'm thinking I can always play Path of the Woses to get these guys into Minas Tirith. He says, sorry. He redraws for the Witch King. What's going on right now? Oh, okay. I think I was saying card to the battle before. That's why it says card okay. So I changed it. I give him a ring. I move the Fellowship. I'm hit. I get Smeagol. Perfect timing for him because everyone else is a 1. So this is great. He says, man, this is something. So now there's a chance I could move into Mordor this turn if he doesn't have Cruel Weather. He attacks Fold. I decide to play... do I play Daylight here? No, Shield Wall. He gets 3 hits. And his reroll is also a hit. So it's 4. Which is definitely enough. I get 1 hit back. So they're all dead. So good job, Jorrick. You guys said you got it. So Rohan is cleared. But I can always take back over with this army. I decide to move the Fellowship right away so I can get revealed in case he has Cruel Weather. But Jorrick says, too little, too late, I'm afraid, and then he misses. So there's a chance. I say, do you have it? He says, if you consider this game like as a whole, what is your educated guess? Do I have the one card that can stop you from entering Mordor? And I just do a loud LOL. He laughs. I say, you never know. I said, it's Jorrick luck. He says, I have no idea what to do. He says, turn 5 Mordor. That's me, actually. He says, against plus on eyes. So he plays Anon. They went in the pool. And I just move my guys out here to threaten the military. I say, watch out. He uses this to just move the Witch King into Helm's Deep. And now I'm thinking, I don't want him to cycle cards. So this is a weird play that I'm thinking of doing. But it's just so he can cycle cards less of that Witch King with characters. So I actually decide to just give him Helm's Deep. And I just run these guys out. And they go straight to Minas Tirith. He says, I'm happy to get the victory points, to be frank. Makes me feel alive. I said, I don't want you cycling. And he uses his last action to bring an Elven Elite into Moria. We go into Mordor turn 6. I draw into Rangers of the North, and Illegals are coming. Do I lose any dice? No. Fellowship, okay. I said, you can put 5 eyes on it if you want. He said, what are my points here for Mill? Not much to go after. 5 eyes may be the only chance. Oh, I said, hope for freak luck in Mordor. He allocates an eye, only 1 eye. Rolls 2 more, and I roll this. I start by moving, and I draw 1. I take it. He plays Give It to Us. Puts that in the pool. You can see the hunt pool here. There's 4 eyes, but I'm thinking if I draw an eye, I can just kill Smeagol, and then I can use one of these to hide. Then I can move again and just move quicker through here. So I do move the Fellowship again. I do draw an eye, and I take it. So that's 4 corruption. And I decide to flip Aragorn like an idiot. And I put him back. He says he can have a horse if he wants. We Shall Get It goes on the table. And he draws a character card. I flip using this. He plays Candle of Corpses. And look at that luck. This time he gets hits. So now I'm up to 9 corruption. But my thoughts are, if he does draw another eye here, I can block with Strider. 1, 2, 3. And another... and 2 hobbits and Gimli if needed. So I decided to play Mithril Coat here. Because my idea is I just wanted to move right away. He moves towards Lorien. I move the Fellowship again. He draws a 3, and that's enough to kill Strider. Because the corruption's too high. And so I made some good movement here. And what did he just do? He drew a character card? Okay. I decide to I just kill the die. I move the elves to track 1. And now he's moving towards Minas Tirith. All right. We go into turn 7. I draw into Swords and Eriador, and we prove the Swifter. Says Fellowship okay. He allocates his maximum eyes and draws Give It to Us. I don't know why he's doing that. I do a question mark. I say, nice. Good practice. He laughs. He says, yeah. I said, time to roll. He rolls 2 more eyes. And I roll an eye. So I should get rid of that extra muster. I don't know if I'd remember to be frank. Ooh, I draw an eye. If I take that eye, I die. So, yep. The Mithril Coat, and I draw into a 2. Much better. And I think that should be it for movement this turn, to be frank. He put Shelob in the pool. Okay, that's an illegal play. I'm so sorry for this. I should not have this die. But it doesn't really make a difference militarily, with the exception that now I could play Círdan. So Jorrick, I'm very sorry if you're watching this video. This is me noticing that this should not be happening. So yeah, illegal play. Didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. Moving on. All right. He uses Elrond to play Isildur's Bane. He draws into the red 1. So I do take a corruption. And I reveal for that. He thinks, and he says, maybe we shall get it, but I remind him he can't play it because I still have a companion out there. And now I flip the Fellowship. Because I'm not moving anymore, so I'm just gonna use my musters from now on. That's my plan. So I just flip with the actual character die. He passes. I move an Elven Elite to Lorien, and now he's just avoiding Lorien altogether. He looks like he's going up to Rivendell, and he's moving all these guys out here. I decide to muster another Elite in Minas Tirith, and he attacks Minas Tirith. So here comes a pretty cool combat, if I remember. I'm looking forward to sharing this part with you. Let's see what happens. I do a field battle because I have way too many guys. He plays a strategy card, so I'm thinking charge. I do. He plays Storm of Bats. He gets 4. I get 3. And he presses, I stay. I'm probably going to play a Daring Defiance here. And he plays Deadly Strife, which doesn't really do much. It just laughs. So he would have gotten 5 hits. I think he got 3. Yeah, 3. And I got 4. But I would have gotten 5 back. It would have been 5 and 5 there. His army currently has 10 hit points. My army has 10 hit points, so we're even. We each take 3. He presses, I stay because I don't really care. I think about it, and I decide to stay. I play Advantageous Position here. He actually gets 2 hits. Very lucky. I get 4. So that's a nice swing. Very lucky. So he kills an Isengard Elite, and he stops. And now I think, and I decide, yeah, I said that was fun. And I decide I want to attack the Witch King. He says, well, maybe. And I do have Advantageous Position to play still, because he's still in a Gondor territory. Druidain Forest is in Gondor, as Gilead is not. So I attack the Witch King using Advantageous Position. I get 1, and I reroll 2 more on the last 2. So Witch King dies. And he gets 1 back, not 2, because of Advantageous to remind him. He says, yep, so the Witch King is dead. But this is all about, this is where I realized in the chat, he says, just horrible. And this is where I realized I screwed up. I had the stats screen on since he attacked Helm's Deep. This is why the long play isn't available. I say after we record this, no one can see what's happening. It's fine. We're going to turn 8. I draw into the Great Company and Faramir's Rangers. He says, not much to see, LOL. Fellowship is okay. Allocates an I, and rolls no more. And I get plenty of movement. But let's see what the cards look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 11 chance that I win. Because even an I wins. So I move right away. And let's see what happens. Drum roll. Drum roll again. And it's a 3. On they went. So Jorrick's luck swings. I'm not dead yet because I can still use Golem to reveal to take damage. So I do that. And now We Shall Get It is on the table. And I'm revealed. I say, is that GG? Because if he has any card that gives damage, it's over. He says, Mordor Track, Mad Luck. And I'm worried, but he draws a character card. So I'm hiding immediately. It's an immediate hide. He draws another character card. If I move now, my chances of winning are very low. I have to not only draw 1 tile, I have to draw 2 tiles. So I have to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles. One of the and I have to draw one of these 5 tiles twice, which is very unlikely. So now I'm just hunting for hoping to get Bilbo's Song would be nice. He draws Orc. Where does he draw? Character card. I'm so sorry. I pass. Now he plays Orc Patrol. Sorry about the spoiler alert there. So now he's got a chance to kill me outright. I'm hoping he draws a double I here because that would make my chances to win significantly increase. And he draws Shelob's Lair and rolls. If he rolls a 1, I can still survive it. But he rolls a 3. And that's it. So this is the luck of Jorrick. He was very unlucky the whole game until the end. This was a crazy game. huge congratulations to Jorrick. He's one of my favorite people to play on the Discord. Um, in terms of my mental feeling and how I feel about this game, not happy. This is a Lords of Middle Earth game. I went 9-1 last year, with one loss as a Free People's player, and this is horrible. I've lost every game as Free People, so now I have a losing record in the LoME League. So not happy in terms of that, but I'm very happy for Jorrick here. I just want to thank him for the great game. Let's look at his stats, or my stats as well, just so you can see how that game went. All right, let's make sure I can show you the screen. All right, so I got 12 movement and 4 Wills of the West. I ended up getting good movement by the end. When I checked the stats earlier, I was minus on movement, but I'm good at moving when I need to. So he was very... He rolled a lot of eyes, +4. Everything else looks pretty average, except for the fact that I have a +4 on 5s, which shows why my combat went so well. Let's look at the action rolls for him. Lots of eyes, lots of Palantirs, not many army movements. He had musters. So that's the game. All right, guys. So just so you know, my next video, I've been playing some Fury of Dracula lately. You can find that on my live channel. I have a game upcoming on Saturday. I'm going to record that. I'm considering going live. I'm not sure yet. Please check the community link in the channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the Discord or in the comments. Take care, everyone. Bye.